Hello there, welcome everybody. It's Diorama Don here once more. You may remember, if you are a subscriber and you saw my last video, you may remember I did the debris video, how I go about making the debris, and I did say in that video that I would show you how I made my telegraph pole. Well, I think when I first introduced it, I didn't even bother making a video on how to make it, because it's quite obvious really. It's a round bit of wood that way and two round bits of wood that way. So it's pretty obvious really how to make it. So what I thought I'd do is make a concrete telegraph pole, which were quite prevalent in northern France and Holland and Germany at that time. We're talking World War II here. So I thought I'd have a go at making concrete telegraph poles. So please don't panic. This is not as complicated as it looks. I'm using 2mm card, nice and easy to cut, and still quite a substantial. You know what I mean. It's still quite substantial. So they're 9.5 inches tall. So from there to there is 9.5 inches. But I personally am going to put them into, well, I've made this base from 2 pieces of 3/4 polystyrene. So rather than just stick them on the surface like that, they will go down into the polystyrene by 1.5 inches. So I've made mine from the bottom to the top 11 inches, but 1.5 inches will go down into the polystyrene, so that they're fixed quite sturdily. Okay, so I've made this to show you exactly how I got to this. So I want 3 telegraph poles. So I need a front and a back. So I need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each pair will make up 1 telegraph pole. And I've made them 7/8 of an inch. No, I haven't. I've made them 3/4 of an inch wide. Okay, so what we want is a strip 3/4 of an inch wide all the way top to bottom, and 3/4 of an inch is, oh goodness me, well, I'm going to give you the sizes in English and American size. You'll have to convert to millimeters, because I can't convert very quickly. But I'm sure you'll understand what 3/4 of an inch is. Okay, so we've got that 3/4 of an inch. Now we need it to taper. They are narrower at the top than they are at the bottom. So we'll keep that 3/4 of an inch there. And at the top, so we'll go to the next one there. It's 3/8 of an inch wide at the top. So I'll measure 3/16 of an inch from that edge, and 3/16 of an inch from that edge, and then draw a line. So that's what I'm going to cut out. So it'll be straight from there and then tapered up to the top there. So the actual, what you will actually see is 9.5 inches of tapered telegraph pole. Okay, now moving on to the next section, we need these cutouts. And I've measured another 1.5 inches from the bottom, because they didn't go all the way to the bottom. They started quite a way up, and they didn't go all the way to the top. So these cutouts are 5/8 of an inch, and then a 3/16 of an inch gap. So 5/8, 3/16, 5/8, 3/16, 5/8, 3/16, so on and so forth. Okay. Then when you've got those lines in as to where those cutouts are going to be. Then we need an inside line for where those pieces are going to be cut out. So 5/32 of an inch, so 2.5/16 of an inch, 5/32. Okay, that's what I've made it. So what I've got to do is cut these out like that with a sharp knife. Cut them out, and because it's 2mm cardboard, it's reasonably easy to do. So I'll cut those out all the way up. Then I can cut my taper. It's going to be easier to cut these shapes out before I cut the actual size of the telegraph pole. So going back to this, nice easy job. I've got to cut out all of these shapes there. When I've cut out all of those, then I'll cut out the actual shape, the tapered shape of the telegraph pole. Once I've done that, I've got the front and the back, and then I will need the side, and I've made those, I've forgotten, 5/16. So I'm going to need 6 of these as well, one for the two, to make the thickness of the telegraph pole. So these are going to be 5/16, 5/16, 5/16, 5/16. So I'll go ahead and do all my cutting. Should take me about half an hour or so, and then I'll have all the component parts to stick the 3 telegraph poles together. Okay, so I'll go away and do that, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so I've cut all of these out now. Took a little bit of time, I know, but worth it in the end, I think. So we've got the fronts and backs like that, and I've cut the sides out and I'll put one together and it will look like that. I think that's okay. So what I'll do is give it a coat of white wall filler. I won't put too much water with it, because after about 10 minutes or so, before it dries properly, I'll stipple the wall filler to make it look like a sort of rough casting concrete. I don't know if they were rough casts, but that's how I'm going to do it anyway. So I'll give it a paint. I'll paint it, the wall filler on, the white wall filler, and then stipple it. And then when that's dry, then I'll give it a coat of grey tile grout, and that will give me my concrete colour. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that with all 3 of them. Then for the cross members, I haven't decided yet, so I'll work something out and come back and show you what I've decided upon. Okay, so I'll finish all 3 and then be back in just a moment. Okay, so I put all 3 telegraph poles together, stuck them all together. I gave them a coat of white wall filler, and then stippled the drying filler to give a sort of rough cast concrete look, and then gave them a coat of grey tile grout, and again stippled that as well. Then when it was dry, just give it a bit of a sanding, just to bring out the filler underneath. I may give them a black wash, that they're a bit light still. I may give them a black wash later. But anyway, they're the 3 poles all done. Then what I've got, with a barbecue stick, I've cut 6 of these, and these will go one there, can't see, and one there, like that. I'll stick those on in that position, and then a bit of a lollipop stick I shall fix there, and there, like that. And then one of the very thin straws you get with boxes of fruit juice, you know, the little tiny straw that are fixed to the side. Then I shall put these as the what do you call them? The things on the top of telegraph poles. There'll be two there, two there, two there, two there. Okay, so that will make up the telegraph pole at the top. Okay, so I'll do all that. Give this darken it a little bit more. Put all my barbecue sticks and lollipop sticks and drinking straws. What the hell are these called? Insulators. Yeah. So they will sit on the cross piece like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 6 of those. Okay, so I'll go ahead, do all that, and then fix them. I don't know whether to go that side. Well, what would look better, in the front there or at the back? I don't know, I haven't decided yet. So I'll fix them onto the diorama and I'll show you what I've done then. So I'll be back in just one moment. So assembled everything and put the insulators at the top there. For the telephone wires, I'm a keen guitarist, so whenever I change the strings on my guitar, I tend to I never throw anything away anyway, but I keep the old strings, and they were perfect for the telegraph pole wires, and obviously with what's going on in the background, they're incomplete and broken and all in an array. So that worked out very well. So there are guitar strings on the top there. So if you wanted to play a tune, I suppose you could do. But anyway, I think that looks quite authentic. If you look at photographs or film of a European village of that time, then you would see similar types of telegraph pole, apart from the wooden ones. So, okay, thank you very much again for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel. As I speak at this moment, I've just passed the 3,000 subscription mark, so we're having a party tonight. Please click the notification bell and you will be notified when new videos come along. Click the like button. It all goes for helping the algorithm, apparently, whatever one of those is. So, again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And until then, happy modelling.